Yo, people, what's going on? Back again with another Red Talk. Big up everyone inside. Make sure you smash the like on the way in. Just redirected from the premiere. And Lisandro's injured again. Adam, what you telling me, bro?
I'm good, bro. I'm good. I'm good. How you doing? All good?
Yeah, bro. I'm all good, man. Do you know what I mean? The same old nonsense with this guy, you know. It's funny because I think it was last week. I think I was saying something to Saeed and everyone was kind of like, oh no, like
Yeah,
Lisandro's cool, this, that, and the other. The guy's a bloody liability, man. When are we just gonna face up? Yeah, that we were so excited, yeah, that we had someone that wasn't Harry Maguire, that we were just ignoring, yeah, the obvious problems with this guy.
yeah. The fitness is a problem. Were you talking about the international break with Saeed when he went to
Yep,
Argentina? I think
yep.
I watched that. Yeah, he's not fit, is he? Never. Like, but also at this point, like, I think he has his part to play. But I think the coaching as well is a disgrace. Like, how is everyone injured all the time? And I
But
think it
why are
should.
they allowing him? Why are they allowing him, yeah, to come back when he's clearly not ready? This is my problem. This is my problem because all of these strains and all of these things are only as a result of rushing back when you're not ready.
Yeah, hundred
Because
percent.
what's the other expense? Because now it's a calf strain. How are you out for a whole month with a calf strain, bro? A whole
Yeah,
month.
yeah, usually when you're not fit, like your body overcompensate elsewhere. So that's
Exactly.
usually when like injuries happen. It's very basic. Like I don't do like fitness and anything like that. And it's
Mm,
quite easy to understand. Like when you are not fit fully and you're trying to go into high intensity
mm.
activity or whatever, your body will compensate elsewhere. So you're basically making an imbalance. So you will have like bad injuries elsewhere that if you were fit in the first place would not be nowhere near as bad.
Yeah. And that's what I mean. Injury and training as well. Do you know what
Yeah,
I mean? 11, bro. The guy's played 11 of 41. Like,
11
this is
games.
crazy.
Even 11 looks like a lot. I don't think I can recall 11
Bro,
games.
and that's not 11 starts. Do you know what I'm saying? That's 11 appearances. So,
Yeah,
like, the last game, he came off the bench for like 15 minutes or something like that.
that's the 11th.
But this is the problem, bro. And the thing is, yeah, like I'm a fan of his footballing abilities, but bro, like but I still called him out because at the end of the day, I don't care. I really don't care. Do you know what I mean? I'm gonna have the same energy, yeah, that I have for everyone else. And the same thing with Martial. It was like, yo, I think he's an unbelievable player. When he's fully fit and available, yeah, he's as good as there is, yeah, in the league at leading that line and bringing people into play and doing all these things. But if he's not available, what good is he to me, bro? He's no
Yeah,
good to me. So there's
exactly.
no attachment in it. And this Lisandro guy, bro, Martial's been here long enough that at least there's some sort of attachment. Bro, Lisandro, I'm not attached to this guy. The Brer played last season. We won one dusty trophy, yeah. And even last season, he had loads of injuries as well. And then he went to the World Cup, didn't play, came back, wasn't fit to play. He was late for returning. Varane played in the final. He played in the final. Varane came back the next day. This guy was partying for like 2 weeks, and it took
Yeah,
him a whole calendar month, yeah, to be available for selection after he returned from the World Cup,
an entire month bender. Like that's
bro.
ridiculous.
Bro, and then came back unfit, then got injured again.
Yeah, because you know what? At least with Martial, he had like the first 6 years or something like that where he wasn't so injured. Like he got injured, injury prone, really like Ole's second season, you could say. But
Mm.
before that, Martial was available. So at least you can understand it.
But
Yeah,
this is it. Martial's injuries started picking up probably like in the last 3 years when they started becoming a lot more frequent in it in the last 3 years. But it's like Lissandro ain't given us enough for us to just overlook the very obvious problem, bro. Like he's
yeah,
26 and he's a centre back and he's a short centre back as well. Like it's one of them ones where we can overlook, yeah, certain inefficiencies of a player if they're playing regularly and they're doing X, Y, Z. But bro, it's like he's not available.
yeah.
Get
Because you know what?
another left centre back, bro. Like we can't rely on him. Like we need to sort this out now, innit? Because what I don't like is Man United fans will be like, oh no, the reason why we can't play out from the back is because we don't have Lisandro. Like,
Yeah,
bro, that's like saying, oh, yeah, like we can't link play because we ain't got Martial. Martial's not available. We need to make a contingency, bro. We need
yeah,
to start making other plans. We have to start making other plans for Lisandro, bro. He's a problem.
yeah, 100%. Because at that size, in that position, you have got to be like very, very good and available. Like you can't
Mm,
be just available and you can't be just very good. You really have to be both, especially in
mm,
that position. Because like he's not the well, he's a short centre back.
mm.
It is what it is. So it's not like it's a unit or something. So he has to compensate. So he has to be very, very good and very fit. There are no two ways about
Exactly.
it. No two ways because yeah, no, it's the funny thing is Varane has been our most fit centre back this season, which is hilarious. Like
Yep.
the irony in it
But
is
it doesn't
crazy.
suit the narrative. He's been more available than Maguire. Maguire's had a couple short-term injuries. Lindelof's had a couple injuries. Bro, our whole back line, really. Wan-Bissaka was out injured. Luke Shaw was out. I think Dallow's the only one really that hasn't been out for a decent amount of time. They've all been injured, bro. Like
Yeah,
Malacia, Shaw, all of them. And Varane's been the most available. Yet there's always mad chat. Like even Varane went off the last game and he came out and he said he's all right, bro.
yeah, he was on the bench afterwards.
And he looked fine. Because normally when players get injured, they don't come back out and sit on the bench without an ice pack or something. He was just
Yeah,
sitting there in his jacket, and it looks like he just felt something. And it was just like, you know what? It was a precaution thing more than anything. I expect him to start the next game.
yeah, exactly. But then again, is you know what? Dalot and Varane are the only two I trust with their discipline, like
Mm,
outside of the club. Dalot and Varane are the only ones that say, you know what, those are real professionals. Like they're going to do what's required of them to be fit all the time. I don't have that same trust for the others.
mm,
I think a set of players is a disgrace. I think the manager hasn't got a clue what he's doing, rushing
yeah.
players, making silly mistakes, and playing players out of position, which always it results in the injuries because a lot of people that are defending him are blaming the injuries, but they don't know how silly it is because the injuries are mostly because of him as well. So
Oh, of course. It has to be the training
it has
because
got
it's like Lissandro's got injured in training, yeah. And the amount of players that we've lost in training,
it's
like we're not even
embarrassing.
losing them in games, like.
Exactly when the players arrive to the game, they are already broken, and it shows because the performance is embarrassing. Because the
Bro,
Brentford game, boy,
I just
oh,
want to know what they're doing in training, yeah, because they're not playing football. So he must just have these guys running around because we've got no cohesive style of football after all this time he's been there. So I
yeah,
can only assume that in training he's just got these guys running around doing nothing because nothing else makes sense.
yeah, but that's why Luke Shaw's always injured because he doesn't fancy the running. So he said,
Yeah.
you know what, I'm not here for it because otherwise he would have lost weight, and he didn't. So I really wonder. But you know what? The Brentford game I think was the game that for many people that still back the manager, it was like, yeah, this is embarrassing. Like some people I know that are still Ten Hag waiting to see or they're not sure or whatever. The Brentford game was like the one over the top, I think.
Mm.
But then
But
again, it was so poor, man. It was so bad.
hey,
So,
that's
so
I genuinely don't remember a performance that bad. Even the Liverpool game wasn't that bad, bro, for 90 minutes because the first half, remember the first half of the Liverpool game, we could have been 1-0 up, bro. I
the
swear we had
7
a
0.
goal disallowed or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. The first half of the second nil felt a bit harsh that we were like,
Yeah.
it was good.
Like
Not so
the
bad at
first
all.
half of the 7-0, bro. Like from what I remember, I felt, you know what, we're unlucky, like not to be ahead here. Like, do
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? And then we got smoked. Do you know what I mean? But this game, we was never in the game.
No, never. Never. Like the first
We
10
were
minutes,
never
I
in the
think it
game.
was yeah, you were on Mandem Talk like Saturday also. Well, we said that the first 10 minutes, I think it was Marcel who said it was we were running the show or something. Oi, come on.
Bro, like, nah, but this is what I don't understand, bro. Like, when I'm watching the game, as much as I don't believe in Manchester United, yeah, when I'm watching the game, I trust my gut in it. When I'm watching the game, if I feel like we're controlling the game, I'm a lot more relaxed. I was not relaxed at any point in that game. From the very first whistle, yeah, we were parked and they
Yeah, we
weren't
were
letting us
embarrassed.
out. They weren't letting us out.
Exactly. Like we had no control. And this is why, like I saw people criticizing the City Arsenal game because it was boring and this and that. And I don't know how you feel about it, but you know what? I thought it was an interesting game. I think there was
It
an
was,
element
it
of
was, but it
control.
was boring.
It was boring, but you know what? Just as a traumatized United fan, to see
Mm,
control and to see like, okay, there's a game plan. It's boring maybe, but it's tactical. It's strategic. Like the teams have a plan, and they have enough respect for the others not to go all in or all out because they could get hurt. And it felt like a very very professional game. So I was. This is why I thought, yeah, it was maybe boring, but I thought it was interesting because I'm craving control for my team
mm.
like never before. It's embarrassing. Like, you know what, to have a plan and to say 0-0 was fair, because I don't think when we win it's fair for the other team, and I don't when we lose I think it's fair for the other team. Like I never think we get what we deserve. To be honest, it's
Mm.
always, I don't know, man. I don't know, because it feels like we are playing with less men than the other team
Yeah,
all the time.
all the time. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, the control thing, though, from a City point of view, though, like the control was useless, though. Do you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Because it was like they weren't doing nothing with it, and that's what annoyed me. It's like you're better off sometimes relinquishing a little bit of that control, because if that's what it's gonna take to draw the opponent out, then sometimes you have to do that. Because when you're just passing the ball side to side to side, yeah, your opponent's way more comfortable with that. They're less comfortable when you've got players trying to take people on, go past them, when you're trying to play little cute passes and stuff like that. Sometimes when you try and force an opening, force a mistake, yeah, you do just that. Do you know what
yeah.
I'm saying? But City weren't trying to force anything.
No,
And that's
exactly.
why, it was like, bro, the game could have gone on, yeah, for 900 minutes, bro, and we wouldn't have seen a goal.
Yeah, and you know what? This is exactly the reason why I actually quite enjoyed it, because there was like a risk reward type of thing, and
Mm,
they weren't willing to take the risk.
mm,
And you know what? I, I kind of respect it in a sense, because they are looking for the entire season, and are we going to lose? And then you just weigh the pros and the cons. It was boring, but at least they were in control of, do we take more risk or not? In our case, it's just fully chaotic, no control whatsoever. We don't have control over we decide to take risks or not. And this is why I
mm.
enjoyed from that game. It's just like, okay, do we go all in? Do we not go all in? And they made a decision. It was boring for the neutral fan. But as if I'm an Arsenal fan, for example, or a City fan, I'm saying, you know what? Interesting game. Interesting game. Maybe we could have gone more for it. But all in all, it's fair. And
No,
this is
I don't blame Arsenal. Really, it's Man City. Man City should have taken that game. Do you know what I'm
yeah.
saying? They should have taken it. Like when you've got that much of the ball, they had too much quality on the pitch to not inflict any damage. Too much. But
Yeah.
I can't stand Pep at the moment. I'll be honest. Like I saw the interview that he done today. Yeah.
What did he say?
Where he was talking about, they asked Pep why he was basically shouting at Jack Grealish and why he shouts at players on the pitch, and he was being sarcastic, saying, "Oh, it's for my ego" and stuff like that.
Yeah, he's a prick,
Um,
isn't
but it is for his ego why he does these things.
he? Of
Like
course it
he's
is.
an absolute idiot, bro. Like because there's absolutely no need for that. And the
No,
thing is, no one's perfect. Everyone's got their flaws, but it's like,
behave, will you?
yeah, why you being a prick for, bro? Like, and the thing
Exactly.
is, he's showing me that he's a prick by the way he answered that question, because he said it in a sarcastic way, but he's more saying that because he understands that's how he's coming across, because that's exactly what it is.
Exactly. That's exactly
You
how
know,
it's coming across.
and that's exactly what it is. So he tried to do the sarcastic thing, yeah, to try and deflect away from the fact that that's exactly what it is.
Yeah, exactly.
That's exactly what it is. Do you know what I'm saying? Because it's like Grealish looked baffled. He was shouting at Grealish, and Grealish was kind of just, you can see on his face, he was nodding, but he was like, bro, like, why are you shouting at me for? Like, he must have played like 15 minutes, and he was the only player that looked like he wanted to make something happen. You're shouting at me? Like, it's not even making sense. You know what I mean? And I saw a couple of the Arsenal players walk past as well, and they were looking at him like, bro, what's this player doing?
Yeah, it's a show as well. It's a show.
Do you know what I
And this is
mean?
what Arteta does the same thing as well. Like on the sidelines, it does my head in. Just
It's
I,
weird.
I like calm settings. I like people like Ancelotti. I like people that behave themselves.
And the
I'm
thing
not,
is, them kind of conversations, if you want to have a conversation like that, yeah, that's a conversation that you have, not even in the dressing room. That's the conversation that you have with the player next training session before training. You just drop
exactly.
them, you just say, oh, you know what, like, after training, like I just want to have a quick word or whatever, or before training, I want to have a quick word because when
He's
you're
your
in the heat of the when you're in the heat of the moment, yeah, after the game and your emotions are high, that's the worst time to have these kind of conversations if it's constructive.
yeah,
Do you know what I'm
exactly.
saying? But if you just want to be a prick about it, then cool, we can have the conversation then. But then I might put hands on you because we're both emotional. Do you know what I'm saying? No, because bro, my blood's warm after the game, adrenaline's going,
And
and
you're
then
out
you're
there
gonna shout
shouting
at
at
me.
me.
And then you're just shouting at me. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's just like, as a man, yeah, to have another man standing in your face shouting at you is crazy.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
it doesn't matter who you are. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't matter where you're from or whatever. Like, there's no man that's comfortable with this.
no, no,
There's no man that's comfortable with being shouted at in front of 60,000 people plus however million people watching at home, bro. Like,
yeah,
that's
it's a
not a
massive game.
comfortable, bro.
Exactly.
That's not a comfortable situation for anyone. And you're shouting in my face, bro. And there's nothing, even if the criticism is constructive, yeah, you're
Do
still
it.
disrespecting me. Why are we doing this here?
Yeah, do it properly. I'm not here for it.
It's
Just like the
crazy, man.
Sancho thing as well.
But this is my problem, and this is why man management is super real.
Of
It's
course it is.
real. Like a lot
Yeah.
of managers have had success here by not being the greatest tacticians, but by just being decent human beings and knowing how to talk to people. Because believe it or not, yeah, footballers are not robots.
Yeah.
They're not robots, bro. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, bro, Grealish is wasting his career at Man City, and Pep is, bro. When I tell you, bro, I already broke it down earlier, bro. The amount of talented players, yeah, talented players that he's absolutely regressed in his career needs to be studied because he's the guy that gets 9 out of 10 players and he gets 7 out of them every single week, bro. That's
Pep,
why you got Arsenal fans saying, "Oh, where's Foden? This, that, and the other, bro. Where's Foden, bro? He's doing the bleep test, bro, every fucking week, bro, running around like a dog to make up for the fact that KDB can't run and Haaland can't keep the ball. So now Foden's running for 2 people, Bernardo's running for 3 people.
yeah, he
You know
can't
what I'm
stop
saying,
running. Yeah.
bro? Bro, he's got these top footballers running around doing the dirty work here for players like KDB and Haaland, bro. Like you would see more from Bernardo and Foden if you drop them two and you put in people that actually did their job.
Yeah, Bernardo is different class. I think like if he won a City player, he's probably my
He's the
favorite.
best player in the league, bro, Bernardo
Yeah,
Silva. And the reason why people don't understand this is because he's been used like a utility man. He's using like Phil Neville, bruv.
yeah, he's different class. Really my type of player. Really, really, really is. Well, but to be fair to Pep, he wins, doesn't he? That's the
Yeah, but
annoying thing.
he wins because of the players, bro.
Yeah, but
Do you know
exactly,
what
of
I'm
course.
saying?
But
And
then
this is
again,
what it
like
is.
another manager with the same squad wouldn't do the same things.
Nah, bro. I'll be real, yeah. If you give other managers that squad, they'll play a different style of football. They'll still win.
Yeah,
I don't know any decent manager yeah that doesn't win with that City squad.
yeah, but I don't
If
think
you
they
give
would
that to
try to change.
Ange, they still win. If you
And
give that to the Zerbi, they still win, bro. Like if you give that to Klopp, they still win. Maybe not Klopp because the style of play is a bit different, but Klopp would have them playing differently, bro.
yeah,
They still
I don't know
win, bro.
how much like how dominant they would be compared to.
Bro, like
I don't think they
dominant.
would win
They're
the
only,
same.
but yeah, but then, bruv, they're only dominant in possession because that's his style of play. But if you go gunshot for gunshot with Man City, yeah, they're beating nearly every team in the league, bro.
Yeah, but that doesn't always translate to a winning football team though. Like player per player, yeah, of course they have the best squad, but it doesn't always translate to actually winning as a team. This is why I think if you give this squad to another manager, I don't think the same thing happens.
I think most of the time it does translate to that, and we've seen it in football. Like you get the odd time, like the Leicesters winning the leagues and stuff like that, but most of the time the team with the best players from 1 to 25 win the league. Most of the time.
Oh yeah, no, that I agree. That I agree because if you look at the '08 team from United, like look at the players we had there, and look at the Mourinho Chelsea team, look at the player and the back
Crazy.
to back and the three-peat Real Madrid team and the Barcelona from Pep as well. Like you need good players to win. If you go and look at the Bayern Munich team, the teams that won in 2013, I guess 2020, I think, or 2021, quality player everywhere. But I don't think they would be as dominant in winning the same way Because I think with another manager with a good manager, there would be more of an element of, because we know what the problem I have with Pep and City is at times they feel unbeatable, like you can't get to him. And other teams with good players don't have the same feeling about them. And this is the thing that really, really
Yeah,
annoys
but
me.
I think that comes over time though, because you gotta understand, yeah, it's like the reason why City have that aura is because one, Pep's their manager, and Pep has an aura,
Yeah.
and also they've got better players than everyone else, and they keep the ball so well. So because they've got the ball so much, it just feels like you're getting, it's like death by a thousand cuts in it when you play Manchester City most of the time.
Yeah, you feel
That's just what it is.
hopeless.
But I think, yeah, that Liverpool, yeah, are just as frightening, bruv, but in a different way. But you're more frightened of Liverpool that they could put six past you because they're just relentless. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's a different type of fear. But Klopp ain't really got the Pep aura, yeah, because Pep's won all these things at all these different clubs and all these other things. He's got a mad aura about him. Teams don't try and beat Man City. They
Yeah,
don't really try and beat them. Liverpool are the only team that I can genuinely say go out there to beat City.
yeah.
And they do it.
And they do it. That's the reason.
Do
Exactly.
you know what I'm saying? And they do it, bro. Like a lot
You
of
need to
teams
be
are
relentless.
beaten.
Yeah.
A lot of teams are beaten in the tunnel against Manchester City.
Yeah,
A lot of them
exactly.
are.
You need to not respect them to beat them. That's basically.
But this is what it is. So it's one of them ones where I don't know, bro. Like, yeah, bro. That game just pissed me off. I can't even lie. That game pissed
Fair
me
enough.
the fuck off, bro. Especially after watching Brighton Liverpool and seeing the way that De Zerbi had Brighton playing with Danny Welbeck and players like that, bro.
I didn't
And
watch
then
that game. How were they playing? Were they good, Brighton?
very good, bro. First half they played very well. But in transition, they're open, in it. It's one of them ones because of how they play. Anyway, they're open in transition, but they're so good on the ball at beating the press and stuff. They just don't have the quality in attack, man. Adingra was given a lot of problems down the left hand side. And Welbeck was holding the ball well, bro. I genuinely believe that De Zerbi's the man for United, bro.
Yeah, I would take
And
him. I would
and
take
I
him.
clocked as well. The manager of Nice is also Italian, bro. So
Mm, okay.
that hopefully that means something for us.
I pray
Do you know?
because man,
Hopefully, do you know what I'm saying? Hopefully that means something for us because the Nice manager is Italian. I don't know if there's any links there,
mhm.
but it's one of them things where I haven't watched Nice. I don't know if they play like a possession base, but from what I've heard, that's kind of what they're doing in it. And if that's the case, then you would only think that there'd be some sort of uniformity with the owners. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean? They would
exactly.
want a similar style of football at all their clubs.
And the way Sir Jim Ratcliffe talked about City beating Madrid, and like he seems to be inclined towards more possession, so I guess it makes sense. I
Mm,
feel, well, at least I hope so, because I thought this is what we were getting with Ten Hag, and what a disappointment it turned out to be. And again, like you said, like Brighton, they were open in transition, but there's no system that doesn't have a weakness. Like if
exactly.
you do something, you have to compromise elsewhere. Like there is no full bulletproof thing you can try and do to score and not concede. So if you go all in something, you try to do it well, and hopefully it pays off. But everything has its weaknesses. It just has to be. That's the way of life. So
Well, there you go. And like Pep's system weakness is they're susceptible to long balls, and Liverpool always capitalize on that. Like there's no way of playing that is, do you know what I mean, without its flaws.
no,
Like there's always an antidote. There's always an antidote, but it's just risk and reward.
exactly. This is why Pep struggles against Klopp, and Klopp struggles against Mourinho, and Mourinho, like Klopp, hates teams sitting back against him,
Mm,
because stylistically it suits the other team. This is why they always complain when they face in a position that doesn't want to play, and they're just waiting for them, because Liverpool don't really want to have the ball. They want
no,
you to have it. They want you to lose it very high, basically. So
exactly. So to mess them up, you give them the ball because that's
exactly,
not how they want to play.
exactly. In City, you need to rush them, like with mad dogs on the pitch, like the
Yeah,
Wijnaldum and players like that, just running, winning the ball. Firmino, Mane, Salah, all the time. And this,
100%. No, every system has that, and the manager at Nice, yes, is the one that succeeded De Zerbi at Sassuolo. So there has to
oh,
be a similarity in the way that they play, or else he wouldn't have succeeded him. Do you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So, like, bro, listen, I'm clutching. Like, bro, just get us the Zerbi, bro. Like, this is what it is, bro. I'm looking for every single clue, yeah. I'm looking for every single link, bro. We need it.
Yeah, I hear it.
We need the Zerbi, bro.
We
Like,
need
this is what we
coaching
need. Because,
because we are
bro,
starved, man.
no, but the thing is, with the way that he plays, yeah, it's crazy, yeah, because Brighton are surprisingly very direct when you watch them play. Like, they're patient, but they're direct. Like, they'll keep the ball at the back, but then when they move the ball forward, it's like 3-4 passes and they're in your final third.
Yeah, exactly.
This is how they play. The Zerbi was ruled out of Liverpool today, actually, on Sky Sports. So he's definitely not going Liverpool, bro. It's I was probably looking like Amarim. So it's probably looking at Amarim for you lot, bruv. So you man can hold that, innit? You man just pay whatever you want to pay. But the Zerbi has openly come out and said that he's going to speak to the owner and ask about what the plans are for the club. He basically refused to commit his future to the club. He ain't staying, man.
Yeah. If you're attracting big clubs, you move like you just have to, aren't you?
Yeah, 100%. So no, I enjoyed watching Brighton play against Liverpool because that's always it's a good litmus test, bro. Liverpool at Anfield, and they lost 2-1. Like, they didn't get smoked. It was just one of them things where they held their own and they even took the lead. And the way that they beat the first press was really, really impressive because
And that's
Liverpool
one of
pressed
the
like dogs.
exactly that's one of the best press out there, like the
Yeah.
club press. So if you can beat it like repeatedly, you're doing something good. And if you improve on the quality of players, then you have something else. Because
Yeah.
usually, because that's the plan. So you buy better players, you move to United, you get more quality, and then you put that on top of the quality coaching as well.
Oh, for sure. So, like, even that when you look at some of the players that we do have now, as much as they're not mad technical, they could definitely work in his system.
Yeah,
They
we
could
have
definitely
so
work in his system. So it'll be interesting because even Danny Welbeck's playing ahead of
Ferguson, yeah.
Ferguson, yeah, and loads of people would see that as a surprise, but he held the ball so well and he drops really deep in that system and he links play. But the thing is, I can't see Rasmus doing that, bro. He ain't got the feet to do that.
No, exactly. Martial would do it. Martial's gone.
But there you go. So that's why we need to break the bank and go get Tony, bro, because we need a striker that can drop into the midfield
Yeah, he could do it.
and hold the play. Like, we need that. He could do that. He would be perfect. Do you know what I'm saying? If he was doing what Welbeck was doing, I was looking at this Brighton team, seeing the areas that they get into, and now it'd be serious. I can't even lie. It would be serious seeing United play out from the back like that. And if Lisandro is going to be fit and going to be used as a centre back, he can definitely break the lines.
Yeah, with a few clever passes in
Yeah, he can definitely break the lines. This is where centre backs like him, players like the Daily Blins that we had before, this is where these guys are in their bag when it comes to breaking lines from defense or stepping into midfield and breaking the lines, bruv. So now I think that's the only correct answer, man. Honestly, I think it's the only correct answer for Man United manager.
Yeah, I think so as well because we need someone to coach because we don't know how bad these players are. Like we are not. It's hard to assess them.
Yeah,
Because, like some players we know are shocking, some players we are not so sure. So we need a proper coach with instructions that will actually coach them, and then we have a clue of what's going on. Because look, people like I've always rated Diego Dallo, for example, but some fans they did not like him until this year. But I was like, this guy, if you coach him and you play him, just play him, not even coach him, just play him, and you will see a player there. And I think we have many players in our squad that are like this. Just play Ahmad, for example. If you can coach him and play him, maybe you have someone there. The same thing with probably a few other players. Sancho as well just needs to play.
yeah.
Get him fit, get him back, and play him. So that's why I think De Zerbi is a good shout. I wasn't too sure, to be honest, on De Zerbi, just because I'm not really aware of who the managers are out there. But Brighton are doing well, to be honest. Like given the money he has, the player he has, but they have good recruitment, to be honest. So yeah, I'm not. Yeah. I just want Ten Hag gone as well, to be honest. At this point,
Bruv, it doesn't matter who comes in at this point. Obviously, people are gonna say, "Oh, bruv, Southgate was never in the conversation." Do you know what I'm saying? But whoever comes in is gonna be better than him.
it has to be. Has
They're
to.
gonna be by default, bro. Like honestly, he's awful. Even when you look, um at the ball, and what he done at Ajax, you can write off Ten Hag's whole CV, bro. You can write it off. You can write it off because it means nothing. The ball won like 4 titles with Ajax and then came to England and flopped.
Yeah, he did.
Like the fact that the manager came to Manchester United and categorically said that he cannot play Ajax football because he doesn't have the players.
That's what I said. He needs to fuck off. That's immediately
Bro,
there.
like, bro, that's him telling on himself because you should be able to play that football anywhere.
Exactly. Like, because it's not just language like issues here. Like he knows what he is saying. Like, surely this isn't just lost in translation. Surely not. He said it.
Exactly.
Like he's not going to play. You know what? Because I was having this argument. I don't know who I was having it with. Maybe on Saeed show, but I don't know who I was speaking to. But people said, "Yeah, but it's you that expected Ajax football. So why did you expect that?" I was like, "Yeah, but if you hire someone because you hire them because of what they did in the past, like just basically, if you hire some like Italian chef, you hire him because you want Italian food. Like you don't expect him
Do you know what I'm saying?
you don't expect him to
But
cook
that's
something
it.
else.
That's exactly it. Do you know what I'm saying? That's the fucking hell, man. Like, I mean, if you walk into KFC, you don't expect a Big Mac.
No,
Do you know what I'm
exactly.
saying?
I'm not having pizza at KFC. What are you? What?
But
Nah, man.
this is crazy, isn't it? Like, we brought you in to do what you were doing when we thought it was a good idea to hire you.
Exactly. So what people telling me? Well, yeah, but what did you expect Ajax football? Well, I'm like, wait, what am I missing here? Am I that
Bro,
dumb for expect
bro,
someone to repeat what they
bro,
did
it's not
before?
making no sense, man. Like, honestly, when you look at it, he's an absolute fraud and he's doing damage limitation. I see him do at the Manchester United like the iftar dinner, bruv, with all
Yeah,
the Muslim employees to go say hello to them and that, bro. Get away from there, bro. We don't need that demon trying to ruin the food. Do you know what I'm saying? Bro, it's a holy month, bruv, and they go and send Shaitan himself, bro, to the dinner.
exactly.
Like,
With
it's
not a
crazy.
single hair on his head.
Bro, it's like, what are you doing? Like, get him out of there. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, they're doing anything with this guy's PR to try and make him seem human, bro. Like, get out.
Yeah, he's a cyborg.
He's a mad guy, bro. Do you know what I mean? And even the fact, that he came out after the Brentford game and he said he don't really care about how many goals, and how many shots that we're conceding.
But you should,
Like,
mate, because that's embarrassing.
bro, the amount of shots that you're conceding is a symptom, of what you're getting wrong, bro. Like, it's a symptom of the problem. Like, why did we concede 31 shots to Brentford and they touched the ball 85 times in our box, nearly 100 times? Like, and you're not concerned about that. You're more concerned about the score.
Yeah, well, I'm concerned about the score as well. How about 11 losses? What is he doing? Now we got moved to by Brentford. It was embarrassing, and he's not even taking like responsibility for it. Like for example, I don't know. Recently, a few months ago, I think it was Luis Enrique at PSG. He said, "Yeah, the loss is on me. Like I coached the player, and I'm responsible for what happens. And I think my instructions weren't good, or maybe they didn't understand my instructions. But if no one understands, that means the teacher is not conveying the content in the right way. Because if you have a classroom and none of the students are getting it, but the students are not the problem, yeah. And that's basically the same thing.
Well, of course, that's what I always say, bro. Like, there's no such thing as bad students, just bad teachers, bro. Because at the end of the day, as a teacher, it's your job to make sure you can convey the information. Like, it's not about what you know, it's what you can teach.
Exactly.
Because if you cannot teach it, then how well do you know it?
Yeah, because there are some guys in universities, like, because teachers in university, they have to do researches, and there are some professors that are very, very good researchers but shocking teachers, but they are just very good at publishing and getting data and stuff like that. But
well, there you go. So write journals, bruv, and you get me.
Exactly.
Do all that shit.
Exactly. But when it comes to teaching, some of them are, they are not it.
Bruv, teaching is a skill. Like, not everyone, is cut out for that, and that's okay. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? But he is not a good teacher. It's very clear, because even if the argument, for argument's sake, he's an amazing coach, but the players just don't get it. That means he's still shit.
Exactly.
Because if they don't get it after 18 months, you're doing something wrong. It's not their fault.
Exactly. If everyone's failing the exams, rings a bell to me, man.
And this is the problem. And then he's talking about, oh, he likes to try things on the pitch and that. Like, what are we doing in the training ground, bro?
What did he say? He wants to try things on the pitch.
He was saying on the pitch, yeah. He was basically playing down the importance of training and stuff, and talking about how the players will learn stuff on the pitch, like when we're doing it in the game. And it's like, bro, what are you talking about?
Nah, he's concussed, like Musa said.
Bro, it's like, what are you doing? Like, you train, yeah, 5 days a week for one game, bro. So you're gonna get more out of 5 training sessions. There's more that you can get out of 5 training sessions than one game. Like, you should be doing the bulk of your work in the 5 training sessions, not the one game, bro. 90 minutes where you can't afford to make mistakes, you can't afford to try certain things, and also you can't control what goes on in the games. Do you know what I'm saying? It's not a controlled environment. Training is. So you can manipulate everything in training to get the best out of what you want to get out of it. You can literally purposely manipulate it. In games, you can't do that. Games, you have to be more reactive. So I don't know what this guy is trying to do.
Exactly. And games have an element of stress, like, because there's something at stake. So when you in training, you can just play, pause, start, pause again. Like, you can control, like you said it perfectly. You can stop and restart and start again. And you know what? This is not going according to plan. You know what? Going back to the ball. And then we chat about it, we discuss it, we try new things, we try new setups, because you have the time and the right environment to. Yeah, I didn't see that quote. He's very, very he's losing it, isn't he?
Bruv, I don't think he ever had it, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? And this is what it is with the guy. Like, he's nuts. And he keeps showing, yeah, that he doesn't know what's going on every single time he speaks. And I watch, well, no, I don't watch them live, but I see some of his
quotes or something.
Some of his quotes. And I'm like, is no one seeing what I'm seeing? Can you not see a guy that completely, like, he's winging it?
Yeah.
Like, the guy lied in his job interview, bro. Like, it's one of them ones where this man go into their job interview, they lied on their CV. And then you see them at work and you can see that they're struggling. Exactly. Like, the guy lied on his CV, bro. Like, you're not producing what you told us you were going to produce. And then you're not even being honest with us or with yourself about why.
Exactly.
Yeah. About why these things are happening. The way he celebrated the goal against Brentford, yeah, bro, like, I wanted to punch a hole in my screen, bro, because I was like, we've been battered for the whole game.
And you're going to shithouse your way out of it.
Yeah, bro. And then, like, I couldn't believe it. Him and Steve McLaren, like, almost looking at each other like they couldn't believe it, but they were so happy. And I was thinking, bro, I was just like, bro, I couldn't even celebrate that goal.
Nah, I celebrated, but I laughed. I was like, yo, this is a daylight robbery, man. Like, this is the feeling I had. I was like, yo, no way we are getting away with this.
No embarrassment. No embarrassment. How are you not ashamed of performing like that?
You know, yeah, like, what happened to shame? It used to be so useful. Used to be so helpful.
Shame don't exist no more, bro. Do you know what I mean? People are now filming themselves crying on social media, bro. Like, shame don't exist no more.
Yeah, I'll never get around that trend.
Bro, I'm telling you, shame does not exist anymore, bro. And that's just what it is, unfortunately, bro. Like, we're just living in a society now where it's like, it's very much about the stats now. It's the same thing, bro. Like, the context doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't.
Context don't matter.
Anyway, we live in this era where everything is worth the same thing and everything values. Like, we have disrupted the hierarchies of values to the point where everything is worth the same as some other things. But it's not true. Some things are more valuable and important than others. Like, everything is not the same. So some things matter more than other things. And this society is doing a very good job at just wrecking the whole hierarchy of values which help us go through humanity for the last how many years? I don't know, thousands and thousands of years.
Yeah, bro, it's tapped. Do you know what I'm saying? Someone asked about Thiago Motta. I already told you guys, yeah, bro. Listen, I want an Italian manager next. I can't lie, bro. Like when you look at what the Italian managers do in the Premier League, um, whether
They've
you
had,
like them or not, they win, bro.
yeah, they've had success.
They win, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of them are very rigid with their structures, which I like. We need that. We need that because we're in a stage now where we're building, yeah,
Yeah,
and we need someone that's going to live and die by their principles. I
yeah,
thought that was the Dutch, innit? Like I thought that was the Dutch.
exactly.
When Ten Hag came in, I thought we were gonna get like a Van Gaal mold kind of coach that was like, we're only going to play this way and this is our thing, innit? But I guess not, innit? Like his foot, there's nothing Dutch about the way this guy plays.
Nah,
It's an
nothing.
absolute disgrace what Ten Hag's doing. I don't know where he found that. I don't know where he
Even his
found that
English.
football.
Usually the Dutch people speak English very well, and he's struggling. Like
Yeah, but
nothing
they said
Dutch
he
about.
don't speak Dutch either. That's what they're saying.
Yeah, he doesn't have any language.
Yeah, bro. They said he don't even speak Dutch well, bro. Like the guy, there's something wrong with him, bro. Like I think he might have a problem that's gone undiagnosed, bro. Because I'm spotting stuff.
Yeah. Like
You know
I'm.
what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I think he might have social communication issues, yeah, and it hasn't been diagnosed because he moves mad.
I'm spotting
Like
stuff as well, to be honest.
yeah, like this is not normal. Like he looks like he shouldn't be around people. That's what he
Yeah,
looks like. He looks like he should be in an asylum, bro. So it's one of them things where this is not Dutch football. I've seen enough Dutch football throughout my life to know that what he's trying to do is not Dutch football, bro.
I
I
tell you.
don't know any Dutch managers that want to play football without the football. Like this is alien to me.
Imagine trying to play football with Bruno. How can you go back to the Netherlands after that?
Bro.
They won't allow you in.
Yeah, but to be fair, like, bro, like, where's he going though? Where's he going? Like, is he going back to Ajax? Do you know what I'm saying? They're not gonna want him, bro. They're not gonna want him. I'll be real. And now apparently them man are under investigation as well for insider trading, bro. And he might be involved in it.
So he's a crook as well.
Yeah, but we know he's a crook, bro. And the reason why we know he's a crook, yeah, is because he brought in Rasmus Højlund, yeah, who was signed to him. He brought in Amrabat, who was signed to his agency, and also he tried to bring in Gakpo, who signed to his agency, and he tried to bring in Donny Marlon, who signed to his agency. So this brother's doing bookie stuff. He's money laundering, bro.
Basically, like Ole used to do as well.
Well, there you go.
Now we're in the mud.
So yeah, like I'm telling you, yeah, this guy's doing stuff under the table, and he's going to get caught for it, bro. He's gonna get caught for it because
Yeah.
I can't remember. I don't know what position that guy is at Ajax, but he's been suspended while they investigate, and they have every bit of intent, yeah, of sacking this guy, bro. Like
Yeah, it has to. It has to. I didn't know about
so,
this stuff.
yeah. So that got announced today, bro. And this is what I'm
Oh,
trying
okay.
to say. And Ten Hag was there the other day, so he's definitely involved somehow. Right? They said he's going to prison, bro.
I
That's
said, build
crazy.
that Rico.
Yeah, bro. So that's what I mean. There's too many things going on with this Ten Hag, brother. He's a shady guy. He's a shady guy. And when you saw the players that we are getting linked with, I'm thinking, yo, you're Man United. We have one of the best
Money.
scouting networks on the planet. Why are you so focused on players from this league? And it makes sense because then you're getting a kickback on all these signings.
Exactly. You're trying to get players you had before, but you're not trying to play Ajax football. You can't even lie properly. Like, don't insult me when you're lying.
But this is the thing, though. Why would you go and get players, yeah, that have played for you before if you're not going to try and play football that you played before?
Exactly. This is the arguments I'm having with people that are defending. I'm like, you're not making sense. Like,
Mm.
how blind can you be? Because look, at some point you've got to be honest with yourself. Because at some point you will have to rely on yourself. You only have yourself to rely on. So you need to be reliable. How can you just keep on lying to people? That's lying to people is one thing, but lying to yourself is terrible, man.
Oh, but that is when you know someone's insane.
Yeah, that's that they lost it.
Yeah, that's how you know someone's insane when they're lying to themselves. And this is what this guy's doing, and he's doing it regularly, bro. And the thing is, it's like you're on television, bro. There's receipts for everything.
Exactly. Everything you say is documented.
It's not right, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Man saying there's something dodgy about him now. Now he's facing real time, bro. Ten Hag is bookie. I've always said it, bro. And the thing is, yeah, it's like when you look at Ollie, for instance. Remember, I think under Ollie at one point we had the best away record, like, and the best record. No, was it the
Unbeaten
best?
run or some shit.
It was the best record, coming from losing positions. I think it was Ollie. I think,
Yeah, people used. I thought it was an embarrassing stat, to be honest.
yeah, it's a horrible stat, and
How are you
people used
losing all the time in the
And
first place?
people used to say, "Oh, yeah, it's because we never give up." It's because no, because he picks the wrong team every game, and then the subs end up rescuing him, bro. Like, like, what are we doing? Do you know what I mean? And it's so easy for people to pick a certain situation, yeah, and then try and dress it up as something else. That's what it is. Last season, everyone was talking about Ten Hag substitutions,
I never thought the substitutions were that good, to be honest. It was
but
always something I found a bit suspect.
that's what I mean. But everyone last season, everyone was saying how good his substitutions were because a lot of the time they were changing the game. But it's like that's because the guy's picking the wrong teams
To
and
start
setting up
with.
the wrong way.
Exactly. Exactly. And last year he was picking the wrong team, but it was the first selection was better than this year.
Mm,
So if you have Bruno and Rashford, for example, on the bench, it's easier to expect an impact from them than if
mm.
they start and if you have someone like Sancho on the bench and you bring him on. Sancho is not really that much
He's
of an
not an
impact
impact
player.
player. Yeah,
You
he's
need to
not.
let him grow into the game and you let him have control with the play. I think Amrabat is the same thing. He comes on and he comes off the bench, for example, and he's not that good. But if you let him start the game
He has
slow,
to grow into the football match.
and at some point he becomes very, very good. Like he had some very
Yeah,
decent performances. So that's why
yeah.
I'm not really too harsh on him.
But
So you
again,
need
you need to understand players because players like
exactly,
Rashford, players like Fred, these are the guys that impact games off the bench
exactly
because they're high energy, they're quick, and when
the
the
direct,
tempo's slowing down, you get these direct, quick players, and they can make an immediate impact.
exactly,
Players like Amrabat, you don't bring him on cold, yeah, when the team's under the cosh with 30 minutes to go, yeah, and you think that he's gonna make a difference, bro. No, he needs to acclimatize to the tempo of the game because he's a
exactly,
rhythm player. Do you know what I mean?
exactly.
Sancho's a rhythm player. Like
Martial,
Garnacho's not a rhythm player. Like, so he can come off the bench.
exactly. Well, that's why Garnacho was better last season. Like if in last season when he started, he was poor. When he came on later on in the game, he was all right.
Mm.
But that's I sense a pattern here. It's just very, very, very easy. And another thing, when you bring on a player to have an impact, that means usually you're struggling a bit.
Mm.
So the whole environment is wrong. The tempo is wrong. The vibe is off.
And also they're coming on with no pressure. Do you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Because it's like when you get brought on as a sub to affect the game and the team's losing or the team need a goal, you can almost throw caution to the wind, yeah, and just leave it all on the pitch because you got 15 minutes to make an impact. So you can be direct, you can be
exactly,
brave, you can be that. When you start, it's a completely different game because then you have to manage the game when you start.
exactly, exactly. And it's so obvious because this is basic coaching. Well, at
Mm.
least to me, because I've never coached, but it sounds like basic coaching. Like, and people, another thing that I think it was told on the Man Them Talk, it was people say, yeah, Ten Hag doesn't have very good talent ID and his in-game management isn't the best. I'm like, you know how damning that is? That's basically
Bro,
everything.
that's 90% of the job.
That's everything about the job.
In-game
Talent ID is,
management, talent ID, and man management.
he's like,
Like, bro, that's the whole job.
I was like, people. I was hearing people say he deserves a chance under the right structure because his talent ID isn't that great and he needs to improve his in-game management. I'm like, hold on, mate, what's going on here? What are we doing? In-game management is not any mistake. That means if things start to go wrong, that means you don't know why. And if things are going well, that means you don't know why. So that means you're more likely to make things worse if you make a decision. So that is an unforgivable problem to have or whatever it is. And talent ID is basically the same thing. You don't know the good players from the shit ones. So what are you doing here? It's
But
like,
how can you fix the problems, yeah, if you can't identify who the good players and the bad players are and what their strengths and what their weaknesses are? Like, that is the first thing as a coach. You need to identify the strengths and the weaknesses of each player. You need to know what profile this player is and where they fit into the plans.
Exactly.
He
What
clearly
type of
doesn't do that.
personality? Exactly. And like man management, as you say, you need to understand the personalities of your players. Some people respond better to this or that, and
Mm.
you need to know what works with your players. It's a very difficult. Well, that's why you're getting paid millions. It's a difficult job. It's not easy.
Yeah, 100%. And he showed very very clear signs of this even from last season. Like
Yeah,
we saw it when you looked at his loan signings. He brought in Sabitzer and Weghorst. He was playing Weghorst up top, which was getting the best out of Rashford.
yeah,
So you saw that Rashford scored loads of goals with a big man up front, yeah, that has work rate and holds the ball up, and then you decide to spend 70 million on Rasmus Højlund that he can't replicate what Weghorst done last season for Rashford. So Rashford's struggling now. Højlund's struggling now. You brought in Sabitzer, and then you were saying that he's a 6 and he's gonna play instead of Casemiro, but they
Casemiro.
play nothing alike.
You have
You
never
know what I'm
watched that.
saying? They play nothing alike.
And
And
usually,
then
exactly,
he played in the 10, scored a brace,
exactly what I was going to say. Exactly.
and then never played there again. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, this guy is, bro, there's something wrong with this guy. Like, he
Yeah.
doesn't even use the, and then, bro, you want to play this front foot attacking football, yeah, high press football, and you get rid of Fred, of all people.
Of all people, exactly.
Of all people, the one player that's probably tailor made for the football you want to play, you get rid of him, and then
Because
you
if you
bring
want
in
chaos,
Mason Mount.
exactly. Because if you want chaos, Fred is your man. Like he runs, he'll never stop running. And I like
Bro,
Fred.
bro, someone like Klopp would love Fred, bro.
Yeah,
Because in that Liverpool system, yeah, bro, he's the player.
he's a
He's a
nuisance.
player, brother. Absolute madman, bro. Covers every blade of grass, breaks up the play, moves the ball quickly, and he's brave. He tries to pass forward when he can. And
Exactly.
like he's the perfect kind of player for this way that we're trying to play now. So even the sale of him contradicts what he's supposedly trying to be building.
Exactly. 100%.
Yeah,
100%.
nah. He's got problems, bro. I can't even lie. Let's run the lights. Big up. Yo, big up for the super
Come on.
chat, my guy. No, it's crazy, man. Like man said,
Sabitzer,
Rashford
I
has never.
like Sabitzer, to be honest.
Yeah, bro. And the thing is, yeah, he played in the 10, yeah, for us, scored a couple goals because he's got a shot on him.
Yeah, big time.
And then Dortmund, they were playing him off the left as well. And you see, like, Liverpool are playing Soboslai, yeah, bro. Like, I'm not taking Soboslai over Sabitzer. Sabitzer is a better footballer, bro. So I really don't understand why Sabitzer we never kept him, bro. Because he never let us down. He never played badly. And
No.
Mason Mount's not better than him. It's not an upgrade.
Exactly. Like at best case, they're equal. Let's suppose.
Yeah.
But maybe Mount is a bit quicker, but then again,
It's almost like we would have got him for what? Oh, like 20 mil or something
20
like
mil
that.
for
You
Sabitzer, exactly.
spent 60 odd mil.
On
60 odd
Mason
mil on
Mount,
Mason Mount. Hasn't been available and also he's been rubbish.
and he needs to play instead of Bruno. But you're not doing that. So why did you buy him in the first place? Because if you're trying to tell me you're trying to play Bruno or Mount out wide, come on now. What are we doing?
Nah, it's foolishness. And then he brought in my man. What's his name? The Moroccan.
Amrabat.
Amrabat. You brought in Amrabat, yeah. And the crazy thing about the Amrabat situation is this is a player that he's played with before, yeah. How have you got a player that you've played with before and you still don't know how to get the best out of them?
Exactly.
If you can't get the best out of him, yeah, you're the problem. You brought him in, bro. The Amrabat saga was one of the most drawn out sagas, yeah, in Man United transfer history, yeah, for him to come in and not play, bro.
It's embarrassing. And you know what? I'm not. Like people are criticizing Amrabat, and of course I'm Moroccan as well, so I have a bit of a bias. Fair enough. I don't think he's been nowhere near as bad as people make him. And you know what? I would play him. I think him and Anthony have been very, very, very like over abused.
Yeah. They've been over abused, and also they haven't got the minutes that they deserve to get based on what everyone else is doing, innit? Like these, but you know what is with this fan base? They always need a scapegoat, bro.
Exactly.
And it can't be the guys that deserve it. Because it can't be the guys that deserve it, because that'd be too easy. So players like McTominay, Bruno, Garnacho, Højlund, Rashford,
Sure.
them guys, Luke Shaw, these men have been rubbish all season. But now we'll talk about Anthony. Do you
Exactly.
know what I'm saying? But we'll talk about Amrabat. We'll talk about Casemiro. We'll talk about Varane. Do you know what I mean? Lisandro's injured again, but we need to sell Varane though because he's too injury prone. These times Varane's been our most available defender this season, but that doesn't suit the narrative. So we're gonna make some fake agenda to get him out the club. Like, how can you want Varane out of this football club? Yeah, the state that we're in, bro. He's literally our best defender and
By
arguably
far.
one of our best players as well, blood, all around, bro.
I think he's our best player. I think
He probably is
he
our best player. Like,
probably
he
is.
probably is our best player, like pound for pound.
Yeah, because he's the only one that could play for any team in the world.
Mm,
Like you can win 4 Champions League and a World Cup with Varane in your squad. So
facts.
basically, that ends the conversation to me.
Facts. No, you're 100% right. Do you know what I'm saying? You're 100% right. And this is
Even
exactly what I
Johnny
mean.
Evans, people are saying criticizing Evans. Evans has been good for us this season. He's
Evans has
been
been solid, bro. I haven't looked at one game and I've said, you know what, Johnny Evans has let us down.
yeah.
For what Johnny Evans came in to do, he's already over exceeded that because we didn't bring Evans into play that much.
Nah, exactly. And I was talking with Ricky the other day. I was saying, you know what?
Yeah.
Because I don't think Ricky is a big Varane fan. And I think this the only thing I disagree with Ricky is maybe probably centre backs because usually I tend to agree with almost everything. But
Mm.
either Varane or Evans has to be on the pitch. One of them has to be in that centre back pairing, just for the like reading of the game, experience,
Again,
calmness,
yeah, the control, the
the
calmness.
control,
That's
the
what it is.
positioning. One of them has to be on the pitch. So it's either Varane and Martinez or Varane and or Evans and Lindelof or whatever. But one of them has to be on the pitch for me.
Mm. And this is it. If we're getting rid of Varane, that's what I'm saying. It's like that man want Harry Maguire back in, but Varane, Maguire got to go first.
Nah, he's older than him and he has been injured all season and he has 5 relegations.
Bro, listen, Lindelof and Maguire need to go before anyone else, bro. Johnny Evans, I'm keeping, bro, because he can do a job, yeah, coming off the bench every now and then.
Yeah.
Like, because next season, if we recruit 2 centre backs, we don't need him. I'd even give Camboala minutes. If we've got a proper coach, we can play Camboala. There's no reason why we can't play him.
Exactly. And
Because he's very good on the ball and he's athletic.
Exactly.
That's
And
all
you know
you
what?
need in a modern game.
If you play well, you defend less.
And
That's
if you
usually
keep
what
the
happens.
ball, you defend less.
So it sounds like a win to me.
That's it. So, like, we can't be talking about getting rid of Varane and all this nonsense about Casemiro's legs have gone and all these other things. Everyone's legs have gone when they play in that midfield.
Bro, I said that the
When
other
they
day.
play with Bruno McTominay, your legs are gone by default, bro, because you're doing too
Exactly,
much
like-
running. Everyone's telling me how tired Kobe Mino looks.
Well, no fucking surprise, mate. He hasn't seen McTominay and Bruno in weeks. Like he's alone in there. He's
Bro,
alone.
like these men are saying, Kobe. Why do you think Kobe's always getting subbed off after an hour running around chasing shadows, bro? He's knackered.
You know what? To play with Bruno and McTominay in midfield, man. You need. This is why we always fail. Like people say, because when we didn't have Casemiro, people say we need someone like Casemiro to shield the back four. And now we have him. His legs are gone. No, it's not that his legs are gone. That we have no shape and we have some irresponsible fools playing up front, like next to him. It's embarrassing. Like Matic's legs are gone, but Matic's legs weren't that gone, to be honest. And Pogba was lazy, and McTominay is hiding.
Yeah.
Nah. How about you look at the common denominator of all of this? Like, and I was having a conversation with my family the other day. We shipped everyone in every position in the last 5-6 years. Like we changed center forwards, all of them. We went from Rasmus Højlund to Igalo to Ronaldo to Cavani. We changed the right wing. We didn't change the left wing. We changed the midfield pairing: McTominay, Fred, Sabitzer, Matic, Pogba, Ender Herrera, name it. Casemiro, Amrabat, Eriksson, Bruno is still there.
Bruno and Rashford, the ever present.
Exactly, and Luke Shaw and Lindelof. We always, you know what? The game against Brentford, I think we finished with Lindelof. Like he went off injured, but we had Lindelof, Maguire, Wan-Bissaka, McTominay, Bruno, and Rashford on the pitch. And you spent 400 millions to
get. That's it,
those...
and we're finishing with these guys, bro. Some poverty team, bro. Like, how are we still dealing with? How are we finishing with the players that were there 3-4 years ago, bro? So that shows you how much he wasted our money.
Because I looked at the bench. The bench looked better to me.
And the bench was all of his players, bro. Mason Mount, Anthony, Amrabat, was on the bench.
Exactly. And we had, with the exception of Varane and Casemiro, I think. Casemiro was on the bench, exactly.
Oh yeah, and Cass as well. All those players came in, bro. That was about 300 million on the bench.
Exactly. And if you're going to buy Casemiro, and look, you need to play into Casemiro's strength. We had the talk like the last time. You can't put Casemiro in there and play to his weaknesses, because it's he like he's too big of a name to do that to him. And what the fuck are you doing?
But the thing is, they'll play to his weaknesses and then turn around and say that his legs are gone. But it's like he never, like, bro, like he never relied on that. He was always an intelligent player that broke up play. He wasn't a box to box like. He was,
with the ball player.
bro, like they're talking about him like he used to be N'Golo Kante, bro. He never used to be that.
Exactly.
He was always economical with his movement. Always.
And that's why now we have people talking about Onana from Everton, like he's a unit, he's an athlete, he runs, he's strong. Yeah, well, we are falling into the same trap again. He'll play next to Bruno, and he can't be able to run in a year.
Yeah, so you can't make up for the space that Bruno leaves. Like, as a human being, you can't cover enough ground to make up for what Bruno leaves.
Exactly. It's not physically possible. Like, it's not humanly possible. Because I remember before, like, we need Declan Rice to play behind Bruno, and we need Wilfred Ndidi, or we need N'Golo Kante, or we need someone like Casemiro, or we need Amrabat now next to Casemiro. And now we need Onana. Now, how about we just play good players in there that are actually responsible? Because this is irresponsible to me. Like, this is exactly how a captain should not play. And it does my head in, man.
100%. And the thing is, the freedom that he gets is another red flag from this manager, because Bruno is a liability, and the freedom he gets for us, he doesn't get for Portugal. So it's down to coaching.
Exactly.
It is. Like, big up. This is funny. Varane speaking of dangers of concussions. I think he's sending subliminals to Ten Hag. It's crazy. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And again, where did he get this possible concussion? Was it in the game? Was it in training? Man, I don't even know where he got the concussion from. Like, the whole thing, it's just spooky, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just mad. Man said, what do I think of Varane? There is no Varane injury situation, bro. He said he's all right. He said he's okay. Like, they asked him when he got subbed off in the game, and he basically just said, nah, I'm all right. It's not serious. I'll be fine, innit? If it's that same concussion thing, then they were saying he was playing with symptoms of a concussion or something like that. Who knows what it is?
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Man don't really know what it is, but I doubt it's anything too serious. But he was playing well enough in that game before he went off.
He was our best player, I think.
Yeah, so I'm not really worried about that. Lisandro is the problem still. He's the red flag. He's the one that needs replacing. Before people can start talking about replacing Varane, we need to replace Lisandro, bro. And I don't mean get rid of him. I mean bring someone else in
to play in his position,
to play in his position, so we can't be using the same dead excuse here. We can't use the same dead excuse. Oh, we can't play out the back because we can't do this because we don't have. Do you know what I'm saying? Nah, come on, bro.
Well, I think we need a centre forward and a centre back in the midfield as well. And you know what, as well, we would improve so much just by starting to pick the right players, and then it'd be easier to know which position are really a priority. But centre back and a centre forward and midfield as well is urgent. Like, you know what, just a proper midfield and someone that isn't attacking or defensive, just a midfield player. I think we just need that.
But that's it. But I don't know, man. I'm looking forward anyway to seeing who we bring in, what we do. But brother, I don't know. I just feel like I'm just wishing the season away now, bro. We got Chelsea on Thursday.
And
I just, brother, as bad as Chelsea are, we're so bad, that I can't say with chest that I expect us to beat Chelsea. Chelsea drew with Burnley, but Chelsea just have this uncanny way, of just turning it on and off. And I don't know what Chelsea's gonna turn up, bro. And I don't know what Man United is gonna turn up. And to be honest, I think it's more down to what Chelsea turns up, how the game goes. Because I just think that we got one gear, bro. We just rubbish.
Exactly. Because Chelsea are unpredictable because they can give you something bad, but they can give you also something very good. And United is just different shades of shit, to be honest. Like, it's never good. It's never convincing, ever. At least like the Chelsea game against City, like was it 4-4? That was a proper
Yeah.
game. Oh, you're not doing that, are we? Like
Chelsea
ever.
played really well in that game. And that's what I mean. If that Chelsea turns up against us at the Bridge, we'll get cooked.
It's at the Bridge as well. Exactly.
And this is it. And we don't really do well at the Bridge either. So
Never.
I don't know, man. It's a weird one. It's that little tight pitch, and they always, I don't know, man. Like, if I was to guess right now, I reckon we could get a draw from there. But bro, I wouldn't be shocked if we go there and lose, bro. I genuinely wouldn't be surprised.
But Brentford could have put 8 past us.
Oh, easily, and it wouldn't have flattered them either. So
Exactly.
no, like, bro, it's spooky times, bro. It's very, very spooky times. Dan Ashworth is on gardening leave, people. That's all we know. We know that Newcastle don't want to negotiate with us. They've said they want 20 million. We've said we're not paying that.
Yeah, it's a piss take there.
And also, Dan Ashworth is on gardening leave, so they're paying him anyway. So he's getting paid. So we're not in a position where we need to rush, because all that will happen is, yeah, he could resign just like Wilcox resigned, and then he would have to be on he would have to take leave for a year or something, and he wouldn't be allowed to work. But who cares, bro? Do you know what I mean? Man United said, listen, that's a chance we're willing to take. We know he wants to come and join us. So either you be reasonable with how much money you take, or we'll play the long game with you and you won't get anything.
Exactly, because anyway, we are not aiming to be successful next year. So
That's it.
we're not really in a rush, are we?
No, we're not. At the end of the day, it would be nice to have him in for this summer, but if he's not there, so fucking what?
Exactly, because we haven't had anyone for years. So
but that's what I'm saying. So you can hire an intermediary for a year and still use him off the books anyway.
Exactly. That stuff.
So basically, yeah, exactly. So what? Newcastle are just going to be paying him to work for us anyway, because he's still going to be doing stuff.
Yeah, because
he's still going to have ideas.
Sounds like a lose-lose for me, for Newcastle.
It is, but that's why they need to accept the money, and that's why I think United are being stubborn, because they understand that they have the leverage. Newcastle don't have the leverage, because you're now paying a man to not work that doesn't want to be there.
Yeah, exactly. If you have someone that wants to leave, you have an employee that wants to leave, it's very, very hard like to be in the position of the employer, because he like, what do you do? If he doesn't want to work, you can't force him to work. But if you have a contract, like, the situation is just weird for them.
And the thing is, the gardening leave thing is like, you're not punishing him, because you're telling him he can stay at home. You've taken the laptop and he's not allowed to have access to the club, but he's got full pay.
Yo, that's the life,
bro. That's the life.
Do you know how many books you have the time to read, man, and how much I could train and just do the fitness again?
Bro, take your time, innit? That's what I'll be like. I'll be like, yeah, you lot take your time with the negotiations, bro. I'm chilling at home. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm still on full wages.
Full wages, so I can travel as well. And that's
amazing.
His full wages are not my full wages. Like, I can't travel with the money I make. So, man,
this is the problem. This is exactly what it is. So for me, yeah, when I'm looking at the situation, Ashworth's in a good position where he's getting paid anyway, and United are in a good position where they're like, yo, he's probably still going to work for United unofficially anyway, because there'll be a WhatsApp group. They'll still be chopping it up. They'll still be calling each other. Like, so transactions will be taking place, but I'm not paying all that compensation. Why would I pay that compensation when we can get him for free anyway?
Exactly. And how long is the gardening leave? Do we know?
Bruv, he's on, well, it's indefinite until they
decide, yeah.
Until they can agree a fee, or if he resigns, like for instance, if he decides he's gonna leave, then I think there's like a year gardening leave anyway. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Do you understand what I'm saying? A year means he can't work for no one else in an official capacity, but he can still do other things.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, come on, we know how it works.
And they know exactly, because let's say what you want about Ratcliffe, he knows that stuff.
Bro, they would have looked through. The first thing they would have done was they would have said to Dan Ashworth, send me a copy of your contract. We're going to send that over to our lawyers, which they would have had, and our lawyers would have gone all the way through it, and we would have formulated a plan and how we're going to do this. You know what I'm saying? And they would have discussed all possible case scenarios. If they decided that he was the guy that they wanted, they're gonna just say, you know what, this is how much we're willing to go in with. If they don't accept this, then this is how we're gonna deal with it. Exactly. And there's already a plan of action, man. These men are not amateurs.
Nah, exactly. You don't become like Britain's richest man by not knowing how contract works.
But there you go. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's crazy to me. You know what I mean? I think he'll but that's it. Like he can resign, yeah, but he would have to give up his payoff and length of contract. But that's
Yeah.
no problem because the thing is, Ineos can just give him that money back.
Yeah, of course,
They can just give him that money back because it will still be cheaper than paying the 20 million.
I hope so, man. Imagine.
But it would be.
Of
Do you know
course
what I'm
it has.
saying? And this is the point. And that's why Wilcox resigned from Southampton because Man United offered Southampton, yeah, compensation, and they refused and thought Man United were going to go in there, come in for another bid, and he just resigned.
Exactly, because I
You
think
know, like that.
the terms are different, so he can work
Yeah,
immediately.
but that's what I'm saying. So it's one of them ones. United are showing that they can't be bullied, and I quite like this, even though
Bro,
it
so
makes everything
refreshing.
long. It's great for us not to be taken to the cleaners, bro, because we've been taken to the cleaners by every football club here that we've done business with.
Exactly. I'm still not over the Leicester 80 million. Still not
It's
over that.
crazy. It was 85, bro.
8.
Harry
Oh,
Maguire, they built a whole new training complex with the money they got from Harry Maguire. The whole, bro, everything.
and then they got Wesley Fofana right after. It was quality as well.
But that's what I'm saying. So, like, we're moving like an elite club, innit? We're moving like an elite club, and we're rattling a few people, and it's good to see, bro, because we've been moving like idiots for a long time. So, the Ashworth thing will get sorted out because again, Newcastle are going to want an end to this because they're paying a man that's not working. Nobody wants to pay someone to sit at home.
Exactly. This is not how business works. It just
Exactly.
isn't.
And they will want to bring in his replacement, and they can't bring in someone to do his job whilst he's still on the books. So
Yeah.
they have to get rid of him before they can bring someone else in. So Man United have all the leverage.
Yeah, exactly. It's nice to negotiate from a position of strength. It's nice. And a
Exactly,
good
and that's what happened.
negotiation, usually both parties lose something. That's how you know
Yeah,
a good negotiation, like a negotiation has been good, is when everyone gets something, but everyone loses something.
yeah,
So if they offered like a 7 million or 6 or whatever, it would be a loss for them. It would be a loss for us, but everyone is also winning something. So it's
100%. Like both people walk away pissed off at the end of a good negotiation. Do you know what I mean?
exactly
If you walk away happy at the end, then do
the
you know
other
what I
guy
mean?
was
Yeah, the other guy's pissed. Do you know what I'm saying? And this is just what it is. So when both people walk away pissed, yeah, like it's a sign of a good negotiation because
exactly,
both people have conceded ground, and
exactly.
that's just how it is. So I expect Ashworth to be at Manchester United. If Newcastle want to play hardball,
It'll take
then
longer, but that's fine.
yeah, then it will take longer. But United are willing to chill. They're playing a game of chicken with Newcastle, and I think that Newcastle are gonna they'll cave because they have to.
Yeah, exactly. They have to.
Yeah.
They have to, man.
So yeah, it's calm. Man saying they can bring another guy if they want and bring and keep him on gardening leave. Yeah, so why haven't they done that then? Why haven't they done that then? Because they want Paul Mitchell. So why don't they just go and get Paul Mitchell? Why don't they just go and get him? It's not that simple. Do you know what I'm saying? Or else they would have done it already to make a statement.
Exactly. There must be something, otherwise they would have done it. Yeah,
They would have done it to make a statement. Do you know what I'm saying? Because they could have said, you know what, we'll bring in someone else to do your job. You can just chill there. Man saying that they don't have to. What kind of stupidness is that? If they didn't need to, then why did they hire him in the first place if they didn't need anyone to do his job?
exactly. What is he doing?
That doesn't make any sense.
Why are we beefing for him?
You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, like, what are we talking about?
Exactly.
Like, what are we actually talking about here? If they don't need to replace him, yeah, then he wouldn't have a job in the first place. That's like saying, "Oh, just sack the manager now. We don't need to replace the manager."
And you just leave it vacant.
Huh?
Doesn't
You know
work.
what I mean? There always needs to be someone in that job.
Can't remove a teacher from a classroom and leave it empty. Can you?
Bro, but this is what I'm trying to say. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? Because Dan Ashworth, he has a day-to-day job that's not being done right now, that he's getting paid for.
Yeah, he's living.
So of course Newcastle needs someone else to be doing what he's supposed to be doing because no one's doing it.
Exactly.
Do you know what I'm saying? So now they're behind.
Exactly. So either they are behind or someone else is doing it like off the books, and it's a struggle, and that person, and
Well, of
probably more
course.
than one person have
Yeah,
more.
multiple people are probably stepping in to pick up the slack, but they need to bring someone in
Exactly.
officially to
So,
do it.
so some people are being overworked at the moment.
That's what I mean. It makes no sense, innit? It doesn't make no sense. The point is, yeah, they've got a disgruntled employee there that they are paying to not work.
Full salary. Bro.
Period. And we know they've got Saudi owners. They can afford to bring someone else in. Therefore, there's a reason why they haven't.
Yeah, exactly. There must be some confidentiality or something in the country. Something. I don't know what, because I'm not really familiar with contracts and stuff like that. But there must be something.
Yeah. No, 100% there must be, because bro, like it's not for a lack of it's not for a lack of funds. They're the richest club in the world, bro. Like the whole world, bruv.
Yeah, different type of money that.
Do you know what I'm saying? Them Saudi owners, bruv. Them man own golf, bruv.
They own every car, basically.
Bro, them man understand how much money them Saudis have got, and you're trying to tell me they ain't got a few million knocking about to replace my man. They could write that money off.
That's pocket change for them.
That's light money, bro. It's the principle. Obviously, there's legalities why he can't be replaced.
Exactly.
While he's still in there.
Exactly.
Do you know what I'm saying? So I don't know, bro. You just got to use your common sense. You know what I mean? But yo, people, big up everyone inside, man. It's been lit. You already know what it is. Make sure you follow Adam on Twitter. You lot throw the link to Adam's Twitter in the chat, and make sure you smash the like button as well, people. You already know what it is. Is there anything you want to let them know about, my bro?
No, not really, man. Just I forgot we have Chelsea and Liverpool back to back, don't we?
Nasty, bro. Let's just get past Chelsea in it, and then we can think about Liverpool, bruv. Because
exactly.
it's not looking good, bruv. I'll be honest.
Nah, so I'm just man. I can't even make a prediction like you said. So
I can't.
Very busy at school and uni and stuff. So thank God I have some other serious stuff.
No,
so
facts.
when I go to United, I'm like, okay, fine.
No, it's crazy. Hey guys, who's live that we can redirect to at the moment?
I know Saeed was live earlier, but I'm not sure if he's still.
Nah, I doubt Saeed would be live now.
Nah, maybe not. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Let me have a look. Oh, he is. Is he still live? It looks like he is still live.
I don't know.
Is he still live, people? Oh, he's wrapping up now.
Wrapping up. Okay, fair.
No, that's what I thought, because I was thinking, how is he still live, bruv? Like, is Monts or any of them not live?
I think maybe Flawless.
The Flawless is always live, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he must be, bruv. Hold on. If he's not live, I will be surprised, you know. Bro, of course he is, bro. Trust me, bro. I'm telling you, this guy. All right, guys. You know what I mean? So we're going over to Flawless. So you already know what it is. Oi, big up everyone inside.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? And yo, I'm gonna catch you back here at 3:30 with Saeed, people. Big up.